Yeah. Okay. We'll see you in 9 minutes. Yep. Bye. All right, guys. Day 3, Goldco. Today we have a very special guest, which is Sarah Carter. You may know her. She's a Fox News contributor. She's an amazing investigative journalist. She's a wonderful wife and mother. She's won all sorts of awards. She looks really good in hot orange.
Oh,
and you look great in green.
Oh, thank you.
I think
really
you look very
appreciate it.
summery.
Excuse me, have you not heard about
Sean,
political
why are you
correctness?
wearing pastels?
Oh, yeah, I don't
What's with
Is there any filter on this thing at all? Any filter?
We're not
This is
calling
why Linda,
HR
This
is
is why
Linda.
it's never going to be the Linda McLaughlin show.
Oh, is
Oh,
that
no.
right?
There could be.
You know why it's not going to be the Linda McLaughlin show? Because I'm a first name only kind of gal. It's going to be the Linda show.
The Linda
That's why.
show.
See that? There's me. There's Prince.
I think you need to give her
There's
another
Madonna.
point.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
So
point.
Bill
That's
Maher
a
actually
point.
said
Boom.
something funny. He said there are 3 people that are uncancelable. I'm trying to remember. Michelle Obama was one.
Okay.
Oprah was another, and somebody else. I forget who. And you know what? You are the most cancelable person I've ever met.
Which makes her
even-
uncancelable.
Thank you, Sarah.
Which makes her uncancelable, but you're going
Could
to
you
be
speak to
paying
my
for your own
advocate, please?
podcast,
Thank you.
or because you won't get distribution, and nobody will be able to support you because you have no filter at all. Now this goes into the
No, but she has
context.
Goldco.
She doesn't. She doesn't have Goldco. So I have been
has Goldco.
trying for the last
That's what-
couple of years to get Linda to let me talk to her pastor. Because I found out that Linda cusses like a sailor, and I heard it to the pastor.
I met your pastor.
Yes, you did.
Now, did the pastor actually? Did you ever talk to the pastor about? Has he ever called you out on your cursing?
You know, Sean, they're just
You know,
words.
Sean, you never
They're
say.
just words. They're not anything crazy.
What does your pastor say?
My pastor says that he loves my love of Christ.
Yeah.
And some
Do you
of
notice
us...
she kind of
Okay.
avoided? Wait.
You avoided the question. You sound like a liberal.
No.
Make it yes or
Okay.
no's. Make it yes or
Yes
no.
or no? Did your pastor ever? Did
I
your
think
pastor?
the lawyer in me came
Has
out.
your pastor ever confronted you on your?
My pastor has
Cursing.
no. My pastor has often said no. You want the answer or not? He hasn't. What he has said to me is, I use colorful language.
Colorful. I like that.
Colorful. And you know what? Not everybody likes to curse. Now, I will tell you, I Mary Poppins it up when I'm in front of the kids. They don't hear me curse. You know, maybe the oldest one does. But everybody else, they don't hear me curse. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know, Anthony hears me curse. You know, I try to keep it tight around my mom and my dad.
All right, so you keep it tight when you need to, which means you don't have to curse as much as you do. Now I curse too. I'm not
No,
going to lie.
you misunderstand me. See, some people curse because I don't know, they're mad or they want to add emphasis or whatever. I enjoy.
Or they
it.
just want to add color.
It's part of my vernacular.
They just want to add
Yeah,
color.
yeah.
They just want to be colorful.
I am a very colorful person already, so I'm just doing it because that's the way I talk. I don't know what to say.
I feel like I'm Switzerland in the middle of
You're
Negotiations.
stuck in the middle.
yeah, in the middle of negotiations.
It's not that because
Are you trying to say you don't curse?
I do. I just said I curse. I said I.
I'd like you
But
to say
how
for-
far? How far
I'd
do
like
you
you to
curse?
say
Is
for
it
the
light
record.
cursy?
What's that?
Are you saying like that's hell? Gosh darn it! Like what are you saying?
Is it light cursing or
You worked for me for how long?
I just want it on the record.
You
I
worked for
want
me
it on the
you
record.
worked for me for how long?
I want to hear it come out of your
So
mouth.
I'm not a saint when it comes to that. However, you're forgetting one thing. I talked to your pastor one time.
Yeah.
I want to have a much longer conversation.
Sure.
But I did ask him this question, and he said, "Yeah, it's a problem, and I'm working
I'm
with Linda
working
on
with
it."
it. Yeah.
Now
is it
this
like
goes.
therapy with the pastor?
So
He's
Sarah,
very
this is
friendly.
important.
Yeah.
So honestly, and this is a tribute to Linda.
Right.
Okay. You've embraced your faith, your Christianity, in a pretty big way. And I can tell you that I have seen a discernible, positive difference in your life that makes me happy for you. Okay? Because we've been friends a long time. Okay? We're not just colleagues, we're all friends.
Right.
It's kind of like a family. And then certain things you've been backsliding. And it's evidenced not just by
This
the
feels like
cursing.
intervention. I feel like we're in the TV show Intervention.
All right,
Wait. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm not
so,
gonna jump.
So Linda
jump
for
in.
years had a hate list, and there were. When she became a Christian, she said, "You know, I've really gotten rid of that list. There's
That's
maybe
not what I said.
there's maybe only a few people on it, and what's happening is the list is growing and the cursing is getting greater. So I see
No.
backsliding,
No.
a lot of backsliding.
The list is steady. There are 13 people on the list.
Name them.
At one,
Name
no.
Oh, no. Don't
right,
even
I gotta-
talk about my son.
Yes or no question. Am I on the
Is
list?
Sean on the list?
No. No, there are 13 people on the list. Some of them have been there since I was 8. But
That's
I mean,
weird. 13. That
13.
number.
Yeah, I know it's no good. It's not
It's
a good
not
number.
a good
Gotta
Not
add
a good
one.
number. Friday the
Gotta add
13th has there's a reason for that.
Like 13.
But
Doesn't Jesus, what did he say on the cross?
I don't know.
You don't know what he said on the cross? Forgive
Let me
them,
call
Father,
Russell Brand.
for they know not what they do.
Russell
Now,
knows.
Let me
he
call
was
Russell
beaten,
Brand.
spit at,
Rusty Rivets, what's
you
his
know, he had his nailed into a cross, had a crown of thorns
Yes.
pushed into his head, and he suffered terribly, died for our sins, rose from the dead,
Right.
and conquered death, and so that we may one day let not your heart be troubled. In my Father's house are many mansions, so that where I go ye shall also be, and I go to prepare a place for you. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
think,
in the
do you
West
think
Wing
there's
where they
cursing?
curse. In the West Wing, in the back room.
She's in the backyard.
Listen, I'll-
She's in the
kitchen.
backyard.
I'll take a cockroach hole rather than be in hell. So
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think that cursing is the worst thing in the world. You know, trust me. The things that I'm doing most of the time in my mind to people who talk a lot of trash are far worse than what's coming out of my mouth. So you should all be grateful I'm cursing.
And at
But-
least she's honest about it.
yeah, there's a lot of people who actually are
were talking
fake,
about this.
super fake.
Right.
And I'm not about the fakeness. I'm about
I
authenticity.
love real. But however, let's go back to what your pastor
No,
said to me when
let
we
me-
spoke.
But when you talk about the
he
hate
said-
list, when you talk about the hate list,
Yeah.
let's talk about one thing. Why are you on the hate list? It's like when someone commits a crime.
You said
and
I
you're a
wasn't on the
criminal.
hate
Right.
list.
I'm you as the almighty.
Oh, are you talking like just in general? Like your hate list in general?
No. My hate list is 13 people, and they're people.
By the way,
I haven't added
there
anybody
might be
new.
because I know a lot more. I probably can guess who a few of those people are.
No.
I mean, we're talking about the lowest of the low.
Oh, sure, but I'm talking about people who do things like one thing that really gets under my
boy.
skin.
Oh, here we
Here
go.
we go.
Come on.
I'm just saying. one thing that really gets
Pan
under
in.
my
Come on,
skin.
close
Are you
up.
okay?
Tight
Are
shot.
you
This
guys?
one Let's go.
This feels very intrusive.
Let me tell you something.
I'm just like, wow.
We're all feeling this.
You guys,
We're feeling it.
are we back yet from this
You got
break?
10 seconds,
We got
hurry
10
up.
seconds. Some people deserve to be on the list. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it right
Some
there.
people deserve. Yeah, but
Thank
you
you,
know what?
Goldco.
With it-
We'll be right back. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back. We're going to do this Goldco thing real quick. Yep. All right, guys, we're back, and we just want to thank again. We're here second day at the RNC.